It's a little late, but I'm going to try to finish up this piece. I looked it up, and these preforms for the Snyders are called North points. I think I said Northwood or something like that. They're just plain old North points. Okay, so notching is the only thing that's left to do. It's pretty thin. Notching and sharpening. Got to sharpen the edge. Okay, so I looked at some more Snyder's pictures, and I got a few emails with Snyder's points, the real ones. So I will try to get this finished out. Luckily, there is some variability in the stem, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Mostly pressure work for the finish out, like 90% or more. I think I already did all the major percussion work. Yeah, no major step fractures anywhere. There might be a thick spot in there. Yeah, I can do that one. Alright, I'm going to do that thick spot first. This one here with a percussion strike, and then I can do the notching. This is a mild steel rod, 12 inches long. All my tools right now are steel. Okay. Yeah, step fracture. Various causes for the incomplete release of the flake. That's good enough. I saw some Snyders with stacks and islands in the middle, so I'm not too worried. Various heat treats, all right, but the ones that I saw were heat treated Burlington shirt. It comes in various colors. The Burlington shirt does, and the Snyder's does too, obviously. Very widespread, it appears. It existed in various parts of the country. All right. That's probably why it seems to be so popular. Since it's a wide notch point, I'm going to start just basically somewhere out here. Make sure I have enough for the pointed ears on these. You'll see what I mean. But the notch shape is the same as the previous Snyders that I attempted. It's just that they were put in the wrong spot. It might still be too wide, but I have a bad habit of thinking I'm too wide and I'm not. Alright, so I scratched them in. Now I gotta do this I can do a little bit of indirect punch work to get some of that thinned out before I do the notching. Let's see, let me set it up better. I'm going to do an indirect punch flake on each one of these because these notches are wide enough to get the tool in there. Still kind of thick, so I'm going to take a percussion flake or two. Yeah, I might try to eliminate that step termination with a side flake. Yeah. So it's a little late tonight, but it's not too bad. Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, I tried to run a flake in here, but it went up this way. And I could feel that the platform wasn't strong enough, so hopefully this next platform will be better. No, not any better. Yeah, not doing much good. Yeah, not doing much good. That's what I get for stopping and starting up again. Yeah, I can't get anything to travel properly. Well, that one was okay. Yeah, let's see. The sliders I was looking at was 2 inches by 3 inches. This is almost 3 or 2 3/4 by 2 inches, so it's a little bit shorter than the one that I saw. Let's see. Should I attempt one more try at cleaning up some of that? Might as well. Might as well. So yeah, I can tell I'm tired. Lots of bugs already. Just turn on the light out here and bugs come swarming in. Alright, so I'm not going to push my luck. That's good enough. Still a little bit of a step there, but it's pretty flat. I can try to pick it out, but then it looks picked. Okay. Alright, so maybe a little bit of a percussion flake on this other side. It's still kind of thick on this side. Now that I'm getting the hang of how to use the percussion flaker on this again. Well, kind of, sort of, right? Those steps are killing me. Let's see if I can pick it out. That's a big one. I don't know why it didn't feather out. It's probably because it's already thin. It wants to try to, it doesn't know if it wants to dive or feather out. So same situation, just a partial step fracture, but it is thinner and much easier to notch now. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of using the thick spatula tool. See how it goes. It produces more of a smooth edge if I use a fatter or thicker tool, but we'll see. Instead of having a lot of little bites in the sides of it from the more narrow. Why am I using a spatula tool? Because it's better for notching. You know, I have plenty of room. I don't need to worry about hitting the sides, but just in case. Can't be too careful. If I want to run long flakes, see how I'm pushing like this? Not like this. I'm pushing like this to take advantage of the flexibility to pop a long flake off of there. Let's see. Yeah, if the stem looks too wide at the end, I can always remove more material. Always good to start a little bit wide. I looked at the side profile of these Snyders, and they're thickest at the bottom. In fact, they tend to get very thick down here. At least the ones that I saw. So the stem is not thinned down very much. A lot of the stems, or a lot of the Snyders found on the site, were snapped across the necks, which indicated that, you know, there's some kind of stress going on that will snap them there. So they were making the necks thick. Yeah, I got something going on with the wrist. So I'm gonna try the more pointed pressure flaker, because I don't know, somehow the spatula tool requires a weird wrist position that's starting to bother me. This one I can use the same wrist position every time. I don't have to adjust my position. Adjusting the positions seems to cause a little bit of pain. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a matter of getting the edge correct to push off a flake. And a correct edge is usually just a dull A dull edge, sufficiently dull. But not too dull that it will stall. See, I don't know if I got that on video. Just a very solid, strong flake removal. A lot of dulling required for this material. All right. I'm resting it on the seat. I can probably just crunch it in without having to worry about pushing flakes in. How did the notches look on the Snyders? It just looks randomly flaked. Nothing special about how they actually put in the notches. And some of the notches might look a little bit stalled too. Like there wasn't a perfect pop out at the end. Sometimes they look a little bit stalled, so it didn't really matter. Bunch of variation, like I said, in this point. I'm going to occasionally see if I can remove a pressure flake from the edge. Yeah, I can finish that up in a little bit. Yeah, it's just a matter of crunching in the notches. They expand right away. Some of these ears on the stem are very pointy. Yeah, gotta do a better job of pushing those flakes off. Oops, I want to try to get some nice clean pop outs. Without hitting the sides, without hitting these okay. Seated right on the edge there. There we go. Nice clean flake. If you have trouble with the notches on the inside, just pretend it's the edge of the tool. Just pretend it's the edge. Same type of flaking. I mean, you can do it a little bit differently, but it's easiest if you have the mindset it's the same type of flaking. That way you don't have to adjust it in any way. Just go and do what you normally do. Especially on the inside of a large notch. Let's see, I might go a little deeper. Okay, just a matter of matching it up. Yeah, I should probably use I'm going to use the smaller tip. Yeah, it's easier to remove flakes. They're going to be smaller, but it's easier on the wrist. And the inside of these notches did not have like little serrations in them, so I got to make sure I don't leave those little serration looking things on the inside of that notch. All right. I just want to pop out some clean flakes. I don't know. A little more strategic would have been better if I had run that flake longer. It would have looked better if I had run that flake a little longer, looked at it beforehand. I might be able to push on it. Nope. I might have another try at it if I set up another platform. A lot of metal marks. But that's what I get when I'm not up to speed. Had dinner. We went to go watch my niece play the keyboard and sing a few songs and stuff, so let me see. So it's getting late. No chit chat this time. No yip yap this late. I'll have to see what I can do in the morning. Well, that popped out some of that step fracture. I guess it was here with the metal, where the metal marks were. It looks a little bit better. Yeah, it looks more like a real one now. The little island going in the middle. They weren't all that symmetrical, but they weren't crazy random. I like to have these nice points on the ears here for some reason. I'm sure there's usually, I'm sure there's an average that I could have looked up for that, how pointy they are, the real ones. All right, one more flake. I'm gonna watch that I don't hit the side there, hit the barb. Yeah, it's too steep. I want to pop out that edge a little bit so I can exaggerate that point a little bit, but oh well. I'm running out of time. I'm hitting the tool on the pad I'm going to work on minimizing the pad because most of my flint knapping is padless or minimal pad work. At least I try. Try to minimize the pad so it's not interfering. Yeah, I could be picking out a bunch of these little step fractures. Alright, so I think they did take some care in the interior of the notch, because, you know, the notch itself on a lot of these has a special look to it, I think. An artistic, special kind of look to it. On some of them, not all of them have that look. I could pop out another flake toward that area, but I don't want to mess that up. Okay, so let's just sharpen the edges. Easy peasy, but no shortcuts. These were not beveled, as far as I know. Although some of them were heavily resharpened, I don't think any of them were beveled. But could be wrong. I didn't see any beveled ones. I don't think. I need to use a spatula tool because it's looking too serrated. This will take off a wider area from the edge. Yeah. So you don't look. It doesn't look like it's serrated. Just downward pressure. The edges don't look straight on some of these, so I don't think I have to be too concerned about how straight that edge is. Which makes it easy peasy. Just get rid of thick spots. A little more inward pressure can drive a flake. Create a little bulb, it thins the edge. That bulb helps to thin the edge down. That bulb of pressure. See the little bulb right there? It's a bulb. That thins the edge down if you do it right. Alright. I'm going to switch back and forth so I can get different types of flakes that I need. Alright, I'm running out of time. But I think I can do it. I apologize if the volume's low. I don't want to be too loud right now. I may not be speaking loud enough. Apologize for that. Yep, we hit the 30-minute mark. The reason why I watch that all the time is because my camera will shut off. It does not keep recording. I cannot record for hours and hours. It has a 30-minute or 32-minute time limit or some sort of space capacity limit per video that I don't know if I can change in the settings or not. It's an Android phone, so that's why I'm always watching the clock. But 30 minutes is a good video length. Need an intermission. Yeah, I need an intermission to go do stuff. Alright, so it's almost 31 minutes. A couple more flakes. I thin this edge down. Still pretty thick. Alright, there it is. Alright. Okay, so hopefully that looks better. Better attempt. Okay. And it will be available. I might, I don't know. I might mess with it, I was going to say, but I won't mess with it. It's good enough. I might do a little bit more work on the tip. Sharpen it, but there you go. All right.